Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cooks Stuff. So, I have to admit, this week, didn't really feel much like cooking. The truth is, I've actually been cooking a lot of stuff this week, but it's all either things I've made before, or small enough that it doesn't really warrant a video. So, at this point, I'm kind of not in the mood to do anything major. But, that's the perfect time to try out a new concept that I came up with the other day. So, tonight, we are making mashed potatoes, but not just any mashed potatoes. We are making loaded mashed potatoes. All right, so let's take a look at the ingredients, see what we're working with this week.
And here we have this week's motley crew of ingredients. We're going to focus mostly on the Swedish instant mashed potatoes, with everything else being added before I even boil any water. I got a couple ingredients to throw in after that, but this is going to be our main focus here. Let's get this dry mixture started. For this recipe, I'm going to use the entire pouch of potatoes, which requires a liter of water to be added. And there's our pouch of Swedish instant mashed potatoes. Now, I've actually had these before, and what I find is that the Swedish ones are granulated a little finer and are thicker after you make them as compared to American instant mashed potatoes, but they are still really good. Anyway, let's mix in some stuff. So the concept behind loaded mashed potatoes is similar to loaded baked potatoes, except we're going to be adding much stuff to the mix before we make them. So we're going to start with some bacon bits. That seems all right to start, but I reserve the right to add more once we get farther along. Next, I think we'll put in some ground black pepper. I'd say that's enough, and I can already smell it. Let's go ahead and mix that in. Next, I think we need to add some more flavor, so I've got 2 sachets of powdered onion soup mix. It's a little hard to see, but I did shake both of those on there. Let's go ahead and mix that up. Also, for more flavor, I'm going to put in half a package of this chicken gravy mix. There's the powdered chicken gravy. Let's mix that in. The next thing we're going to put in is some powdered cheese. That's right, I got some powdered cheese put in this. Since the amount of potatoes out of one package is kind of a lot, I went ahead and put a liberal amount of cheese on top. Let's mix it in. So since mashed potatoes usually come out as kind of a beige, and I'd like them to be a little more colorful, and the black pepper and bacon bits are not going to be enough, we're also going to put in a little bit of paprika for color. I think that's enough to start, but again, I may add more later. And the last thing we'll add is a little extra color, some parsley flakes. I think that's enough for now, but again, I might put more in later. Anyway, let's mix all of this up. So next we need a liter of boiling water. My electric kettle can handle that easily, but my measuring cup only goes up to 500 milliliters, so we'll have to add 2 of those. Now I just have to let it boil. While we wait for that to boil, I'm going to crack 2 eggs into this bowl and mix them up. That is 2 eggs freshly mixed. Let's set those aside. And my water's done. Let's go ahead and mix it into the potatoes. All right, well, that's pretty well mixed up, but we still need some butter. In fact, we need some garlic butter. Well, I mixed in a bunch of garlic butter, but I don't know if it was enough, so I might have to add more later. Anyway, let's mix in those eggs. All right, let's add these 2 eggs. Go. All right. And now I just got to mix that up. The nice thing about adding those eggs is that it added a little bit more liquid, because this is really hard to stir initially. But now that those eggs are in, it's a lot easier to stir. So, I think this might be done. Let's go ahead and put some into a bowl and try it out.
All right, moment of truth. I have here a bowl of Swedish instant mashed potatoes with like 9 things mixed into them. So, yeah, man. I actually did a little bit of a garnish, put a little bit of paprika and parsley on top. Presentation, right? So, anyway, they smell pretty flavorful. Let's give them a try, see how they taste. Go get a big spoonful. All right. That's not too bad. A bit more of that, though. Yeah. Well, I can definitely taste the bacon bits in there. And, yeah, I mean, I didn't have to add any salt, because so much of the stuff I put in is already pretty salty. But, well, these are very hearty. Now, nothing else is really standing out to me. It is kind of just a blend of flavor, but I'm not complaining. Yeah, I can taste that garlic butter in there as well. The egg kind of vanished, but I really think that just adds a little bit of richness to the texture. Yeah, I mean, like everything, this is an experiment, but I mean, I'd say this one worked. So this was, as with everything I make, pretty much just a concept that I decided to try to bring to fruition. As for substitutions, I mean, I put so many things in here. You could substitute just about anything for just about anything else. You could put in things that are spicier. You could use regular butter. I mean, it really doesn't matter. You can put in any number of things and they would still come out, I think, pretty well. So really just based on the ingredients, it's very hard to miss with these, I think. Anyway, this is, as usual, kind of a late dinner for me. And I was unusually hungry. I'm kind of surprised as I was putting this in the bowl how hungry I was. So yeah, I'm definitely ready to finish off this bowl. And I have a huge amount left sitting in front of the microwave. So I'm going to be eating this for days, but there's nothing wrong with that. Anyway, as always, I appreciate you guys stopping in, and we'll see you in the next video.